months after its launch, 100 million people were using ChatGPT. Google, Meta, and Microsoft are now locked in a relentless arms race for artificial intelligence supremacy. Yet, to train their massive models, all of these tech competitors rely entirely on the hardware of a single supplier. Look at this piece of silicon. This is an NVIDIA processor, the physical engine generating those human-like responses. Supplying these chips has made NVIDIA a $1 trillion company, the sixth most valuable corporation in the world. But rewind to 1997 and the picture looks different. Back then, NVIDIA was a struggling startup with only 6 months of runway left, staring down bankruptcy. At that time, the company had no interest in artificial intelligence. Their singular, desperate goal was building hardware to draw 3D graphics for PC games. How does a company fighting to survive in the gaming market end up as the provider for the global artificial intelligence industry? NVIDIA's current scale wasn't the result of a sudden scientific breakthrough. It was the payout of a desperate gamble made 25 years ago to keep the lights on. With the company's back against the wall, CEO Jensen Huang made a risky decision. Instead of paying for a physical prototype they couldn't afford, the team tested their new Riva 128 graphics chip entirely in software simulation, betting their remaining capital on a single production run. The chip worked. That success birthed the GeForce product line, allowing NVIDIA to capture the PC gaming market and secure the cash flow they needed to survive. As the hardware evolved, Huang recognized a specific trait in his product. A graphics processing unit, or GPU, was secretly acting as a parallel supercomputer. Think of a traditional CPU like a high-speed sports car, built to execute one complex equation fast. But a GPU operates like a massive fleet of delivery vans. Together, they deliver thousands of packages at the exact same time. To render a 3D video game environment, a computer has to calculate the lighting, shadow, and color of millions of individual pixels simultaneously, a task perfectly suited for that exact fleet of vans. This new discovery changed the company's trajectory. They were no longer simply making hardware for PCs. They had created a programmable environment for high-performance mathematics. In the year 2006, the company released CUDA. This software platform allowed scientists and researchers to write code directly for the GPU, giving them access to that simultaneous delivery fleet for general mathematical research. Wall Street immediately penalized the controversial move. Installing CUDA capability into every single consumer graphics card drained NVIDIA's capital, dragging down profit margins year after year. But there was a hidden benefit to this strategy. Every time a parent bought a graphics card for a teenager to play a video game, they were unknowingly subsidizing the deployment of a global supercomputing network. That specific network sat waiting until 2012. Academic researchers, including Jeffrey Hinton, were building early computer vision models like AlexNet, but they kept hitting severe data processing bottlenecks. Training an artificial neural network turned out to require the exact same mathematical operations used to render polygons on screen. Using the CUDA platform, these researchers essentially used standard gaming hardware to run deep learning algorithms. By burying billions of dollars of research and development inside home computers, NVIDIA had unknowingly seeded the exact hardware that the artificial intelligence industry would require to scale. Today, rival tech giants struggle to replace NVIDIA's hardware with their own silicon. The global research ecosystem is already trained to speak CUDA, keeping developers locked into NVIDIA's proprietary software language. 4 million developers and 40,000 companies currently operate within this architecture. Look at this exploded view of the DGX system. This hardware advantage solidified when Huang personally delivered the world's first DGX supercomputer directly to a then-unknown startup named OpenAI. NVIDIA moved from selling individual gaming components to delivering complete, interconnected server architectures. Look at the internal layout of this Hopper die. A single H100 chip is packed with 80 billion individual transistors. To accommodate this computing density, traditional data storage warehouses are being rebuilt as massive, continuously running AI factories dedicated to manufacturing intelligence. Generative AI is the global computing platform. NVIDIA provides its physical layer because they committed to parallel processing decades before the market even existed.